And here we are, folks. Thank you for being here nice and early. For those of you that were here bright and early, we certainly appreciate you. And this call is also being recorded. It'll be available on the Active Team Training domain, which points to a YouTube channel that has all the recording for the past 10 years or so. And it's also being shared on Facebook Live. If you happen to be on Facebook Live, we thank you for joining us. We appreciate your feedback. We appreciate your comments. We appreciate you being with us here. I may not answer in real time, but we certainly appreciate and in fact encourage you to participate as we go along with the call here this evening. Now tonight is a bit of a special call, and it's not an actual call per se. It's more of a recognition call as a customer appreciation for the people that are trying the product, that are within the realm of what Max International has to offer. And this is what the call is all about this evening. This evening we have some really special guests that we're going to be sharing with you, introducing to you in just a moment. One thing that's important to understand is what we started to prepare for 2022 or leading to 2022 is to start some campaign to help associates. And by the way, if you don't mind muting yourselves, simply because I kept all the line open just to be able to share easily, so we don't have to look for you. You can just unmute yourselves. So if you know you're gonna have some background noise, if you don't mind muting yourself, it'll be greatly, greatly appreciated. So back to what I was sharing is this call is actually a result of a 12 day of giving, which is a campaign that we started in December. It was the very, very first campaign. And what's really exciting is we're preparing for some really amazing campaign for the entire year. And we have programs, we have groups, we have trainings, we got support, we got everything to really help you launch your business, but also help you create a better environment for your community when it comes to their health. And also we want to thank the people that participated in this campaign. You see, every month there's different groups of leaders that will actually take the lead and actually launch the campaign, prepare, and have all the material so all of you will be able to take advantage. And what's really interesting about this is once we have all these campaigns recorded, the material is online, it's online forever. So in 2023, 2024, and so forth, you'll be able to come back and recycle back to these years and just relaunch these campaigns. And in fact, there's going to be a 90-day run that we're going to be doing as of January 3rd or 5th? 3rd?
3rd.
And this is going to be a big deal for anybody who wants to launch their business. It's going to be the perfect opportunity, and these campaigns are going to be there to assist you and to give you some nuggets and some food, matter of speaking, to be able to work with to utilize in launching your 90-day runs. And we'll explain to you as we go further. But I was saying is we want to thank Lucie Caron, who's done a lot of translation in French, because these campaigns are not just in English, but they are in French and they are also in Espanol. So it is in Spanish. So we want to also recognize Lutz, who's been doing some of the translation in Spanish. Thank you for doing that.
Yes.
And also Lutz, yes, I know. I always say Lutz, I'm sorry. It's in my head. It's like burn in there. I know it's Lutz. And Beth and Chuck Stone, which were instrumental in creating the environment, a survey, which we're going to be using this evening, based on people that decided to try the product. And we have a little contest that Max International is basically the sponsor, who's going to be sharing some wonderful gifts, and we'll cover that as we move along with this call. And folks, here's the thing. Tammy and I have been with Max International for well over 14 and a half years now.
Yeah.
We're going to 15 years basically in February of this year.
15 years on the product this month.
That's right. And folks, listen, these products are so impactful. Not only they are impactful, but this company creates an environment for the consumers, people like you and I, to share this with other consumers. And for those of us that are looking to get, well, you know what, I'd like to get my products for free. Well, you know what, that's exactly what a company will do, is they will compensate you for telling other customers about it. Some of us took this to a whole new level, and we've just completely changed our lives, and it's just amazing. But again, we don't want to overwhelm you with the business aspect tonight. It's more of a customer appreciation. And the fact here is these products are really important, right? And again, we have to be diplomatic because let's face it is a political environment when it comes to pharmaceutical, nutraceutical. But the reality is what we have to offer is so important for the body. And tonight, in fact, you're going to be hearing some wonderful stories from some of the new customers and also some associates who's been with Max for a little bit, right? For a little while. So that's really, really exciting. So Tammy and I are so grateful for you to be here this evening. And you have no idea how much we appreciate the time that you're giving us to get an understanding of what this is, but at the same time to be recognized for using our products.
Absolutely. So we're going to get started with Bobby Horn, who is, you're on a co-host, by the way, Bobby. And Bobby Horn is in Houston, Texas. And she's a health practitioner, or sorry, a health coach, certified health coach. She's a DNA specialist, so we're gonna get her to share that with us as well. She's got a lot under her belt. She has a huge bio, but for the sake of discussion, Bobby, we're gonna get you to share with everybody why you're so passionate about the science behind Max International and Herb Nagasawa. And I know you're passionately out there in the medical field, medical realm, getting the word out there on why people need to be on our products. So thank you for being here.
Oh,
Yes, thank you, Bob.
Thank you so much for inviting me. It's always great to see so many great faces that I missed so much over the past couple of years. When Tammy asked me to share a little bit about the gratitude and the value around our science, I had to make a list because, I knew I was going to forget something if I didn't. So if you see me checking notes, it's because I want to make sure I remember everything. I'm so grateful for Dr. Nagasawa and all of his years and years of research to bring this technology and his formulations to Max. This level of science just simply doesn't just happen. It was 40 years of research. And to realize what he put together is really quite remarkable. I'm grateful for the researchers who have studied ribosine. And as of this date, there are 43 clinical studies, and that number is growing. And when I tell you how important it is to understand the science behind what Max has, I have a clinical research background. So I look very carefully at science, and I would say I'm a science snob. I had to know that what I was putting in my mouth was something that I could stand behind and that I could recommend to others. So I have to say I'm grateful to Joe Wojtycki for seeing the vision for ribosine and for guaranteeing that we have a patent in place to protect the science. The first time I saw Joe speak was, now I have to stop and think, probably 11 and a half years ago. There was a conference in Vegas, and he stood up and talked about the diligence that he and his law firm did around ribosine. And I knew then that I had selected the right company because he had access to information I didn't. So I knew that I could trust that what I understood was accurate. I'm grateful to Janet Murayama, who in January of 2020 asked me to help her with a medical symposium in Toronto that due to COVID, it didn't happen, but we rescheduled it as an online event. And that became our first medical symposium, so that we really could start to present the science to the medical community. So it wasn't just the lay version, we actually got the science version of this. I am grateful to the scientists this year who have participated in the medical symposiums so that we really could showcase what this compound and what these products actually do inside the body. And, we were very fortunate to have one of the original formulators, Jeanette Roberts, who participated in the last symposium along with Dr. Adam Saltman, who did the wound study. I'm grateful to the Max Science team, Scott Nagasawa and Scott Momi, for the education pieces that they put together this past year to really help us understand the science and why it's so important, and the fact that you really can trust it. And we have more information that will be coming up this next year that I think you're going to be very excited to learn. I'm grateful to the Max marketing team led by Larry Lowe for working not only on the medical symposiums, but for creating the ribocystine.com website. And if you're here and you don't know a great deal about ribosine, you've just started on the product, that would be a great site for you to go take a look at. It's ribocystine.com. Absolutely incredible site where you can learn all about the science, and you can learn to trust the products as much as I do. As you heard, I'm a DNA practitioner. So what I do is I take a look at what people, what their genetic makeup is. And I can see when someone is deficient in their ability to produce glutathione. So this was really an important piece for me to understand all the product formulations. And you'll be able to see that on the ribocystine.com information as well. You know, I'm grateful for the products that actually work for my clients. You know, we can recommend things to people that are not necessarily life-changing, but what I can tell you is that these products are life-changing. I've watched it happen. I've trusted these products with my family, with people that I love dearly, that I would want to always be healthy. And I know that it's extended life for people that I care about. So I know that the products actually work. And I always love to ask somebody to track their data, to actually understand, to listen to their body, and actually I give them a tracking form so that they can identify what we refer to as their first max moment. The very first time they actually experienced what happens when you support glutathione in the body. And so, and I love that. Is a good friend and team member actually came up with someone's max moment as being that first observation. I typically tell people to start very slowly and to track their progress. So if you're just starting out, kind of know where you are, listen to your body and listen to those changes. I personally never prejudge what will happen first. And when people will ask me what to expect, I say, you know, I really don't know what's going to happen to you first, because I don't know where your deficiencies are, especially if I haven't done their DNA. But it's so much fun to explore. So for me personally, it was brain reawakening. I mean, I felt a difference in my brain on day 3, which was really pretty cool. Improved vision within the first 4 days, and then better sleep by day 5. We all experience something different. Finally, I'm just enormously grateful that I had the honor to share the science with the world. Science that really makes a difference in people's lives. And we are making a change in the health of the world as we share this information. And sometimes the lives you change, as I said, are those of the people you love the most. And sometimes it's a complete stranger who becomes a lifelong friend. Every day I get up with the same intention, and it's whose life will I have the opportunity to change today in a positive way. So thank you so much, Tammy and Chris, for including me in the call today. I wish all of you a very, very happy holiday, and just the happiest and healthiest New Year.
Oh, thank you so much. And thank you for the great information, Bobby. I can tell you, I don't have a quarter under my belt in what these products do when it comes to the science, but I can tell you from taking this stuff every day for 15 years, this is amazing stuff. You know what's interesting is because originally when we got started with Max, I didn't have very supportive family members. His whole family gets on
The
the
whole
product.
gang is on it. They didn't have a choice. But right now, they don't want to get out. They don't want to live without it.
Yeah, and my older sister finally got on the product a couple years back, and she's an associate. And then my little sister, who is the most rebellious, she finally got on these products and got an incredible experience just a couple months back. And she's now part of the company because of the results she got. She says, I can't believe it took me 15 years to listen to you. So it's amazing what's going on with these products. Yeah.
Well, thank you, Bobby. Really appreciate your knowledge, your time, and your generosity with your knowledge here. Thank you for that.
Always my pleasure.
Wonderful. So the next speaker that we want, the next guest, is actually a very dear friend of ours. And John Winter Holler is the Senior VP in Sales of America, Australia, New Zealand. Oops, sorry, I got Joe. I apologize. Okay, let me replace that. Okay, here we go, John. Okay, so what happens sometimes is you select a name, but for some reason something changes, and when you click, another name gets selected. So my apologies, John. So, John, listen, we really appreciate your leadership. We know how dedicated you are to support the North American market, and of course, the market is under your belt. And you do everything that you can to really give us the food, the juice to be able to grow. And we really appreciate, the gesture that Max is providing in reference to recognizing the draw that we're going to be doing in a moment here. But John, if you don't mind, kind of share a few minutes, maybe a little bit about you, but also your thoughts on the subject of our products, and again, appreciation for these wonderful customers that are joining us this evening.
Thank you, Chris and Tammy and Bobby. Wonderful to hear your voice again tonight, and thrilling for me to see so many of your faces again. We had a live event just about 10 days ago, and the tone of the meeting was so upbeat because people were happy to see each other smile and to greet each other again, and something that we've all been missing so desperately for the last 21 plus months. I mean, my last business trip was to Canada in January of 2020. And shortly after that, we were all told to stay home and stay to ourselves and stay indoors. And the future now, if we look back 21 months ago, we would have thought we would have been well past where we are today. But it's amazing to me, and this is one of the things I'm grateful for, that each person on this call today has stayed true to their beliefs that we have something truly special here. We've been reinforced in that area through the healthcare symposiums that Bobby and Joe and Larry and so many others on the Max staff have put together. We have been really blessed to come out of this, as far as we've come so far, to have perhaps one of the most needed and desired products in the world to help people determine the future of their health to the extent that they can. Never has Max and Ribosine been more pertinent and more relevant. And now it is our job to be able to take that out there, even more so than we've done in the past. About 2 months ago, I got a call from Tammy. And Tammy informed me that she and members of her team were putting together a 13-month plan. And I thought, how marvelous is that? And I was appreciative of everything she was saying, but I had no idea the amount of work and organization that she and Chris and so many of you have put together to pull this off. I got calls from many of you personally to me asking for my input, for my opinion, for my support, and you listened to me. And for that, I am honored that you would allow me to have input to that. And so now here we are in month 1 of 13. This is kind of a kickoff week for much of what's been organized. I know what's coming in January. I know what's coming in February, at least to some extent. I've not been privy to all the details, but Chris and Tammy privileged me to be on a new WhatsApp group, that there was this organization group to put this 13-month plan together. And my phone has been blowing up, especially on Sunday nights, when all of you are so hard at work putting together your parts and pieces to this plan. I can guarantee you, whether you've been a part of it or not, there is something in this for you, and more importantly, for those who've never heard of Max, of Ribosine, and our wonderful products. My thanks to Lucy and to Lutz, or maybe Luce, whatever Chris says it is, Luce, for your translations. I've seen the dialogue go back and forth, and everything is done that quick. If something needs to be translated, Lucy's on it, Luce is on it. And it is just amazing to see the enthusiasm and excitement that all of you have for what's going on in your groups now. My fondest hope is that this will be contagious throughout the entire Max organization, This doesn't come lightly. It doesn't just happen because someone has a good thought. It takes enormous amounts of effort and organization and leadership, which Chris and Tammy and so many of you have provided, are providing, will continue to do so. As we take Max, I firmly believe in 2022 to heights we've never seen before. There's never been a better time for our products. There's never been a more pertinent circumstance globally for the need for our product. There's never been a need for each one of us to reorganize ourselves into a new way of doing business because of the restrictions that have been put on us and the things that we've had to learn in order to grow our businesses. I've been privileged to know many of the things that are happening in Max to organize ourselves around supporting you in these ventures. There's so many exciting things that are going to come that'll be announced in 2022 that will give everyone an opportunity to have a new foundation of growth in their business. And it will be my privilege to participate in that with each one of you. I'm convinced that this campaign of 13 months and those things that are going to be launched are going to be some of the most exciting times we will all see coming and that we'll remember as we see the Max business grow. So thank you to those who've called me, who've engaged me, who've allowed me to participate. I commit to you that you have our support. If you don't have my number, call me or call Chris and get it from me or whatever, but I feel a part of all these groups because you've allowed me to have input and an opinion and to be a part of you. So thank you for that. And if I can wish you all a very, very happy holidays coming up. I asked my wife as soon as I signed on tonight to run downstairs and find the Santa hat box that we haven't gotten out because the grandkids haven't come over yet. She couldn't find one. And so I was going to try to make it up, but I do have my pajama bottoms already on with a tie. So I will confess to that there are certain nice parts and pieces about being at home.
Yeah, that's true.
So, but I thought, I don't dare not wear a tie, but I do have my flannel pajama bottoms on. So I'm very comfortable. I wish you all a happy holidays and hope that 2022 is an absolute banner year for us as a business, for you individually, and to our health. I just wish all of God's choicest blessings to each one of you and those of you who you consider close friends and family. So happy holidays, Merry Christmas, and every wish that you have, I hope it can come true in 2022. Chris and Tammy, thank you.
Thank you, John. And you know what? Just hang on because we're preparing some 90-day runs every 90 days. And I'm telling you, it's going to be amazing. So thank you for being here.
My privilege. Thank you.
Now, folks, the next person that we want to introduce to you is also a very dear friend to Tammy and I. I care also about him tremendously, and he really has been looking out for our backs. And what I mean our backs is the leadership in the field. It is not easy to run a company in those days. And Joe Wojtecki is the CEO of Max International. Joe is the reason why we've expanded in the African market and so many markets around the world, because he believes in the industry. He believes in the field leadership. And that belief has been the foundation as to why we have expanded. And I'm telling you, 2022, folks, is going to be fantastic. I know there's a pandemic and I know there's a variant, but don't let that fool you, because we have outgrown the problem and we are finding ways to overcome them. And we're not going to wait for things to be back to normal, because when things are back to normal, we'll be in momentum, and that momentum will be propelled 1,000 times full because we already have all the tools and ready to explode. So Joe, I really, really appreciate you taking the time. I know you're a busy man, you're a family man, and I know you're taking some of your precious time here to join us this evening. So thank you for being with us.
Oh, thanks, Chris. Super happy to always be with you guys. I get to see some of these wonderful, familiar faces who've been with us for so long. It's like the land of misfit toys, and I'm glad to be on it. Because so many of us have been on this mission for so long. and it's such a good mission, right? Because we all know how legitimate and how important the products are. And I don't think that any of you guys who have been with us for so long would have been a part of something that didn't have a legitimacy behind it, and that you didn't have like tremendous belief and actual knowledge that these products make a difference in the world. And that is what really, I think, drives the majority of you guys, is because we've all had such amazing product experiences. You know, we've all been a part of hearing a story from somebody that we've shared the products with that really, you know, lights up your day, you know, or lights up your life, because you guys have made a difference in that person's existence. And the ripple effect of sharing something that you know is improving their life, improving their health, improving the way that they go about spending time that is so precious. Especially, we become especially aware of how valuable health is, how valuable our friends, our family, and the way they exist. It makes a difference. And so it's great to see you guys year after year, month after month, you know, continuing to want to do that and to be a part of something that we also fervently believe in. Not because, you know, we get up and make great speeches, or not because we have wonderful times at all of these events, which is true, but because you guys care about people in the same way that Dr. Nagasawa cared about people. You know, I always think back to that time when I was working on that initial transaction to bring his science to Max. And, you know, it was really one of the first times I'd ever met a person who was genuinely motivated by something other than making a lot of money. You know, he was just so endearing that he only cared about trying to make the world a better place. He cared about, you know, people's health, that he could do something to improve the quality of people's lives. And that, as you guys know, I've always said, was a very foreign concept to me as a New York finance lawyer. You know, I was mostly focused on my own self-aggrandizement and wealth, as were most of my colleagues in the law firms or at the investment banks. So to meet somebody like him was very, very rare. And that led me to meeting people like you guys who share that same belief system, that we're lucky to be here, that if we can do something to make people's lives better, then we should do so. And that belief, you know, it comes through, you know, in Janet's posts as she talks about the products and what they've done for her, and or Luz, who has, you know, become so fantastic at social media, or Jasmine, and who's always bringing great energy to every event that we have, or Bobby's commitment to sharing science all around the world, or Lucy Caron's belief that these products had to be given to people in Africa, you know, or Kathy's belief that, you know, the people up in the great north, you know, the U.S. have to have these products as well. Or you, Chris and Tammy, who continue to want to organize people and help with their belief systems, their personal development, you know, communication. You know, it's all it's never out front with any of you guys that, oh my gosh, I better make that $1 million tomorrow, otherwise, you know, I'm out of here. You know, you guys are all brought together because you have a fundamental value that the health and well-being of the people you care about, and then the people around the world, makes a difference. And that, to me, is the greatest gift of my life, to be able to be around people that have that sort of heart, that sort of commitment and endurance to continue on this path in a world that is full of a lot of, you know, messages that aren't true, a lot of disbelief, and a lot of things that are motivated by something other than delivering value to the lives of people around us. So in this season where we have come through such a difficult time with COVID, where the proof of real science making a difference, that people paying attention to messages that are truthful, to have that in the group of people that I've gotten the pleasure of working with for more than a decade now, it just reiterates the fact that I'm very, very blessed to have all of you guys to continue on this incredibly important mission of sharing groundbreaking, world-class products that give people health, that allow them to have a fuller life. Because there's nothing more fundamental than being able to get up every day, talk to your friends, talk to your family, and feel good about your life. And that is what each of you have done for as long as I can remember working with you guys from the very, very start. There's not a better person on the planet than Scott Henderson, right? You guys all share that value system of fundamental goodness that is an absolute blessing to the planet and certainly a blessing to Max. So I wish you guys nothing but the best all the time. And that is what drives me to work as hard as I do to make sure that this science and your values are protected around the world. So I wish you all a absolutely fabulous holiday season. And I'm, again, blessed to count you guys among my friends and colleagues.
I was
There we
muted.
go.
I was so concentrated on listening to what you were saying that I realized, oh, I'm muted. So thank you, I was saying, and really appreciate your time and the kind words. And thank you again. Really, really appreciate you taking the time. Thank you very much.
I love this company. We've created such a culture around family. And everywhere we go, we know that we have a family. That's what I absolutely love about Max International. So we're going to go right ahead because there's some people that
Thank you,
couldn't stay much longer, and there's a couple of guests, customers who are new, trying the products, that wanted to share their testimonies with everybody this evening.
So we do the
So-
testimony first, or should we
Yes.
do the draw?
Yeah, we'll go ahead with Liam.
Okay.
first.
Okay, so we'll get Liam to share. So just
wanna
one
unmute
moment. Yes,
Liam
I would go ahead
Casner.
and I'm going to find you, Liam.
Hi, can everyone hear me?
Oh,
Yep.
you're there?
Yeah. Hold
he's
on,
there,
Liam.
Chris.
I want to find you to be able to
Okay.
Gotcha.
bring you and add you to the there we go.
There we go.
Hey, Liam, thank you for joining us, man. Really appreciate you.
We're seeing you
Oh,
for
my
the
pleasure.
first time.
First of all, I just want
Yeah,
to say
tell us about yourself and your story around your experience with the product.
yeah, absolutely. First and foremost, I just want to thank everyone for having me on the call. I truly appreciate it. Grateful for the opportunity to speak about the product and how I felt with it. My name's Liam. I'm 22 years old. I was fortunate enough to meet Jasmine Thyberg, who's on the Zoom call. Hi, Jasmine. Within the past few months, and she gave me the opportunity to try some of the products. My favorite product was the N-Fuse. It was a vitamin and mineral supplement. At first, I was just taking it periodically throughout the day, just not doing anything after specifically, but then I started working out with it. So taking it, then working out. And I felt it gave me like a lot of sustainable energy throughout my workout. And it was different than other pre-workouts in the sense that it wasn't a high spike and then a drop, but rather just gave me like sustainable, efficient, and effective energy throughout the entire time. And yeah, I thought it was a great help. I thought it was better than a lot of the pre-workouts I've ever tried. Again, I just want to thank everyone so much for the opportunity to be on the call and share my experience on all levels of the company. You guys are doing great work, and I applaud everyone involved. So thank you so much, guys. Appreciate it.
Awesome. Thank you, Liam.
you.
Really
Awesome.
appreciate you.
We never miss our N-Fuse any day or our ATP. Yeah, they're fabulous sidekicks. Yeah, love them.
So who is the next person, Tammy?
Alrighty, William, are you on this session this evening? William Selmecki?
Selmecki, yes. Yes, I'm here. I don't know if you can see me.
Did you come in
I
as
see
Bill?
you.
William.
Yeah.
Bill.
Bill.
Bill William.
I
Yep.
found
Yep.
you. I found you. Okay.
Yep.
Oh, we don't have an image, but anyway,
That's
go ahead,
fine, yeah.
please. Feel free to share and a little bit about yourself and your experience with the product.
Well, I'm a professional engineer with my own business now for 15 years. I graduated from Waterloo as a chemical engineer. And Janet approached me. She knew we were active, my wife and I, in skiing and doing lots of activities, and that we were all very interested in our health. At the time, I started taking Celgevity for about 15 months now, and I've lost 28 pounds. I was taking medication for gout and just to control my urate levels, and also a small light cholesterol pill. 3 months ago, I stopped taking those, and I have no incidences of gout and my blood work came back from my doctor was asking me what I was doing. I still haven't explained to her what Celgevity is. I would like to do that yet, but first I was more interested in the science and how this was affecting my life and the clarity of mind. All these side things that are happening are truly wonderful. Really appreciate Janet introducing me to the product, and trying to share it with as many people as I can, because I truly believe that it is a miracle. You know, it really does improve your life in a lot of ways. So I'll be trying to get as many of the people I care for to consider it at least. And thank you very much. I really appreciate the product and wish all a Merry Christmas.
Thank you, Bill. This is wonderful. Came from the heart, and really appreciate your time and sharing this evening. Thank you.
Thank
Yeah.
you. Thanks for having me.
Oh, it's a pleasure.
And just for all the listeners out there this evening, our products do not treat, cure, or diagnose any disease. The interesting part about our product is it elevates the most important antioxidant that our body already makes, and by doing so, it's literally like a scrub brush of the cells. So it's cleaning up a lot. That's why you're seeing some pretty great results with that, William. So thank you so much.
Yes, thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. We have one more testimony that we wanted somebody to share who's very dear to our hearts. I know, Janet, you were a customer before you even looked at the opportunity, and I know that you had health challenges. So for those of you who don't know Janet Moriyama is in Hamilton or Burlington, Ontario. And go ahead, take it away.
Okay. So just as Bobby was saying, everyone has their max moment. So my initial max moment was before I even started taking the product, because I witnessed a friend that was in a really bad car accident. She lost her full-time job, was pretty much bedridden, and then she took Celgevity for about a year, and then she was up and running again. So because of her transformation, I literally shared it with hundreds of people. And my friend said to me, well, why don't you become a Max associate? And I said, there's no way, I'm not interested in the business. But she said, you are doing the business because you're helping so many people and you've like referred so many people to me. So I was like, well, maybe. A couple months later, I started taking the products. I was healthy. I was like, this is okay, I guess. And then I noticed I was sharing it even more. So then that became really exciting. 3 months later, I was bitten by a tick. I got a tick-borne illness. And then that's when my health went on a decline. So I continued to stay on the products for another 18 months. And that's when I had my miracle moment. And that's when I realized that these products are revolutionary. And that's when I noticed that these products change people's lives to the point where they can live their fullest life. So I'm just really excited to share it with everyone and anyone with, like the best intentions so they can have a great life. And I want to continue to do that. And this is my mission and purpose. I love it so much. I live and breathe it because it's just so fun to see people get healthy. And including my husband, he's done so well. Like it's changed his life too. So we're both passionate. So it's a great passion that we share together. Thank you for listening.
Well, thank you, Janet, and thank you, Brian, for taking the time. So we're not going to hesitate any longer. There's something in this little box. I don't know if you can hear it, but they're like little
That's
names.
the microphone.
Oh, they're little names that are jingling around here for some winners of.
Yeah, let me shake it so to make sure that there is no funny business going on.
I didn't shake it right. There we go.
Okay.
All right, so we have three. Max International has graciously offered to give some gifts this evening for the customers who have joined, have tried the product. They filled in the survey and they joined us this evening. Now you have to be on the session this evening to get a gift. There might be some names in here that didn't show up this evening, so we're going to go through it here.
Yeah, just so you understand our protocol, that if you're not here, obviously we're going to put your name aside and we're going to pull another name of someone that's here, okay? So just want to make sure that we're all clear on that.
Okay,
And
we have April with Jasmine. We have April Peters. Is April Peters here?
April, give us a thumbs up, a virtual thumbs up if you're here so we can see you. April,
He's there.
are you there?
April's
There we
on.
go.
I see April.
Oh, I see you.
Okay, yeah, she rolls her hand. Okay,
All
perfect. Well,
right.
congratulations, April.
Okay, so we'll get your address from you and you can choose a product and Max is going to mail you a 1 month product, a product of your choice.
And you know, guys, online, this is a virtual clap. You know, for deaf, deaf people, we understand that. So let's get used to recognize, right? So that way there's a lot of motion. And those of you that are screens are off, if you have an opportunity, show, you know what I mean? Come on, show us your beautiful faces. Hey, congratulations, April. Excellent.
Awesome.
Okay,
Okay, we got two
So,
more.
the next one. Go ahead.
Okay. All right, we have Mike
Bell from
Bell
Janet.
from Janet Moriyama.
So,
Mike.
Mike, are you here? Raise your hand so we can see you.
Janet, is Mike here this evening?
I don't think he is. So you're going to have to draw another name.
Oh,
Okay, one more.
Well,
Do
here's
this
a chance
quick.
for someone
So
else.
sad.
Come on, put out some good energy. Who wants it? I love this. This is my favorite part. All right, another one from Janet. Angela Jones.
Angela, are you here? Angela, just raise your hand.
So she's Dr. Angela Jones and she's working at hospice tonight.
Oh, I see. Okay.
All right.
Next one.
Okay.
We understand people have busy lives.
Yeah. All right, Jasmine. We have Paola.
Paolo.
Paolo.
Oh, Paolo.
Paolo.
Casati.
Yeah, it's Paulo. He's on.
Okay.
Give us a wave, Paolo.
Somebody sharing their screen. Like, what's going on?
Something happened to my.
I think. Okay. I'm not sure.
I,
Guys.
I think it said Bill is starting to share his screen.
Am I? Okay.
How do I get out of that?
Cancel.
All right, Bill.
Okay. How do I cancel?
Sorry about that.
No worries. Okay, so
Cancel. Don't cancel
Bill,
the room.
Bill, do me a favor.
Yep.
Press the green button and just say stop share.
Stop share.
Otherwise, you know what? I could probably force something and cancel mine. Here we go. And then I would cancel it.
Did I get it?
Okay.
There we go.
There we go.
We're back.
Okay. I'm gonna have to figure this
All
one.
right. So
This one little thing. Okay. So next
Sorry.
one.
All right. So we got one more. You do it.
Not looking. Okay, I see that was from a customer from Jasmine and is
Sherry
Howard. Sherry, are you here?
Sherry's on. Yeah, Sherry's there.
Raise your she's right there.
she
Beautiful,
is.
beautiful.
Awesome.
Okay, just raise your hand. Also, raise your hand, please. Raise your hand. Excellent. Okay.
Awesome. Well,
Okay,
congratulations.
excellent. Congratulations with the virtual clap. Congratulations. Congratulations.
And then Max wanted to give one more gift to the associate who had the most customers trying the products. that would be Jasmine that had the most people on this evening and that filled out the surveys. Hey, Jazz!
Congratulations. Virtual clap. Virtual clap. Beautiful.
Awesome.
Excellent.
Awesome.
Excellent.
So we'll get in touch with you. We'll get your addresses, make sure that we find out what product you want, and Max International will ship that directly to you.
Absolutely.
So
And
thank you.
yeah, we want to thank everybody for attending, and congratulations to all of you. Congratulations, Jasmine, Janet, and all of you that participated in bringing the customers. And every month we're going to be having a session that's going to be in line with the action campaign. And folks, I'm telling you, take this seriously. Take this seriously. It will impact your business. North America is such a powerful market. Such a powerful market. People need what we have. All we need to do is create the right environment for people to see what we have to offer. So on this note, everybody, we want to thank you for joining in. We want to thank the corporate members for attending and sharing. And all of you team members, leaders, and associates and customers, thank you for being here. We appreciate you. And again, have a Merry Christmas and Happy Holiday, which is the diplomatic way of saying
Merry Christmas.
And we really love you guys. And we look forward to start traveling again. You have no idea how much we got the itch to get back on the plane. Okay, so
and
everybody,
I got my little mascot here. I have to show him. He's just so adorable.
Let's have Luz sing Feliz Navidad as we all get sent off towards the holiday.
Luz, are you up to it? Being put on the spot.
Clap your hands.
No pressure,
Feliz
don't do it.
Navidad.
There we go.
Feliz Navidad. Feliz Navidad. Próspero año. Felicidad.
Love it.
Yeah.
Love it.
Wonderful. Okay, everybody, have yourself a wonderful evening, and thank you for attending. We're looking
Good
forward.
night.
Good night. Thank
Good night.
you.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, bye-bye.
Bye.